Hey guys, welcome to another scrap metal art video with Matt. Today I have some gas pumps right here, like the handles from a gas pump, and I got some pipe right here, guys, and some galvanized fittings. So I want to step outside my comfort zone here and try to make like a alien dog lamp thing kind of going on. So let's just see if it turns out the way we want. Alright, so what I'm going to do basically is I am going to break these down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take this mid body piece I'm going to use. You got to think that's going to be like its body, and it turns up its chest, and that'll be its head with the light bulb coming out the end right there. So I need to put some legs on the sides down here. So what I want to do is just go ahead and take off this 90. So I'll just have one bar to work with right here. And then what I can do is go ahead and weld on the first two sets of legs on one side, and then I can figure out how long I need to make it, because the cord's only but so long. It's not like it's 5 feet, so I'll need to cut it back a little bit, but we'll figure all that out here in a minute. Alright, so what I've done is went ahead and welded the two different style pump handles on one side right here, guys, and I use this little jack stand right here to kind of help weigh it out. So now what I want to do is go ahead and weld the other side and get that symmetrical, and then I'm going to measure out the cord that I have, and we're going to have to probably cut some of this pipe down some, right? But I got this little one piece that I cut off of a piece of iron that I found. Looks like a little tail to me, like a creepy tail. See that? So we're going to weld that on to the end whenever we finish it out, and that'll be like a little doggy tail. Okay guys, so now I have all four legs on, as you can see. I went ahead and turned them backwards just like this in the back right here to mimic like some back legs going on. And of course you got the front legs that can adjust, you know, they can adjust a little bit so you can level everything up. So now what I want to do next though is this 90 right here. I want it to not be able to move up and down side to side like that. I only want the top, neck, and the head to be able to move. So what I want to do is just take this 90 right here, stick a level on it. I want to get it nice and level. And once I get that leveled up just like that, what I want to do is just put a little tack on the back right here, guys. That way that'll lock this 90 in place on this threaded piece before I start cutting anything, moving around. That way we know that sitting just like this off of the stand, it's going to hold its own weight up. And that way we can get this to be straight up in the air as possible when we screw and thread our other piece in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and tacked my 90 in place. As you can see, that's not going to go anywhere. So now what I want to do, guys, is I want to take the neck piece that I'm going to use, that's going to screw into here, and this 90 on this end. I just want to tighten it up as tight as it'll go, right? And then what I want to do is go ahead and tack this 90 to this top piece right here, guys. But we're not going to weld this part to the body. That way that whenever you want to, you can kind of turn it this way or turn it that way. That way it doesn't unscrew the 90 from the top, it only unscrews this. And that way in the future, if you need to switch out the cord or you need to work on it or something, you'll just be able to unscrew this 90 and pull it up and feed your wire and stuff through that way. So what I want to do is just go ahead and put me a little tack on this 90, and then I will go ahead and screw the neck in place just to see what it looks like, and then we'll measure out our wiring. Alright guys, so I got my legs on now, I got my neck on with the headpiece right there, and I went ahead and cut out the end piece right there to make it a little bit shorter for the wiring. So now what I want to do is go ahead and weld the little tail piece that we got right there, and just weld it onto the back to make it look like a tail standing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real fast. Alright guys, you can see it's still smoking a little bit, but got ahead and welded the tail in place right there. So now what we can do is let everything just cool down a little bit, about an hour, walk away from it, and then I will take the neck off part right there and wire it up and put my wiring through and smooth off any rough edges. And once we get it, know that we're going to have it wired right, we'll go ahead and get it ready for paint next. Alright guys, so now I have it wired up. I have the wire coming out the back with the little switch. There is the plug-in piece right there, and fixture piece is right inside of that 90 hub. So what I'm going to do is just take an old light bulb right here that doesn't work anymore, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick it into the socket part of the bulb. And then what I'm going to do is just use some cheap little $1.50 rattle can spray paint and paint it all black, guys. So I went ahead and painted the first coat of black on there, guys. So I'm just going to let that go ahead and dry. That way we don't have any run spots or nothing. Just kind of threw a quick little light coating on there. Then we'll go back and do a quick touch-up recoat. And then once all that dries, I'll be able to flip this thing over on its back and then coat the underside right there, guys. Then we'll be ready to put our bulb in and test it out. Alright guys, so the paint has finally dried and we've got the bulb inside, and what I did is I just hit it with a little hint of red on the bulb. That way it gets a nice red glow, kind of like an eye inside of there. As you can see, I got it so that you can kind of turn the neck any way that you want to face it. And the legs, it holds itself up, guys, the way that I have the legs spread out right there. So it's pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the scrap metal art build today, guys. And be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Peace.